Hello, my name is Valerie Yvette Peterson, and I am the writer and the director of Sadie and Myrtle. The objective in presenting to you our piece, Sadie and Myrtle, the hope in this virtual reading presentation is to not simply reflect on the struggles that we as Black women have faced over the centuries, but it's an attempt at securing an understanding what we've gone through in this country, and for us to actually look and celebrate the Black woman, for us to look at the amazing triumphs of the Black woman and to see our resilience. It's not justice just to simply say that we're Black women and we're strong because we've endured and persevered. It's much deeper than that. It's way more profound than that. You see, we have to look at all of the courage that we've gained, all of the strength that we've obtained through it all, and all of the legacies that we are leaving for our family because of our resilience. We hope you enjoy our presentation today of Sadie and Myrtle.
Light wind blowing, sounds of birds chirping. Then light music plays in the background with slow motion visuals of the sky and the trees. Off in the distance, you see a person draw near. The voiceover for young Sadie begins all while light music plays in the background. And I never thought this could happen. That after 400 years of bloody acts and the deliberate rapes and murderous greed and economic persecution and tormented bodies and bastard children and the disowned babies and the separated families and brutal beatings and deadly whippings and horrendous slayings and horrific lynchings and the stolen names and erased identities and that name game. Nigger. Negroid, colored, Black, African American, BIPOC. Has it ended? What will we be named next? Murdered husbands and raped wives and raped daughters and raped and killed sons and racial injustice and forced racial mixing and mistreated human life. But I never thought this could happen. That after 400 years, we must still fight. I'm Sadie Booth, and this has been my journey as a Black woman here in the United States. Upbeat music playing in the background. Voiceover for young Myrtle begins.
Slowly, it detached itself from the branch, just as a butterfly does its cocoon no longer needed. There was once a connection. But there it fell so quietly and calmly, brown, crispy, crinkled now and not like the rest that were beautiful and green, for it is time to wither away and to fall. But while doing so, is very poised and at ease, as if longing and wishing for this moment. Gracefully, it strokes the cool, crisp wind as it succumbs peacefully to the ground. But there it lies, hopeless, as it became I. I now must breathe life and remember my foliage. I must blossom from my hurt, from my pain, and I must begin to shear so I can prune and pare. This is the beginning of my repair, as I am an acorn now. My rewatering must begin and the replanting has to resurface, as I must gather and reap so I can begin the reharvesting of my crop. But then I fall again, as I remember my pain and my hurt. I return to it and it's too much for me once again. There it lies, hopeless, no more life, lifeless now. At last, no more waiting to be crushed by the footsteps of life's wanderers. My name is Myrtle Danskin, and this has been my journey as a Black woman here in the United States.
Years later, characters are approximately 21 to 25 years old. Both Sadie and Myrtle working in the hospital, cleaning, working hard, and tidying up. Within the scene, the characters are shown as hard workers. You bringing garlic, Myrtle?
No. We're gonna get in trouble, Sadie. You know them folks ain't gonna let us bring that smelly stuff up in this nursing home. We're lucky we got a job. We brought it last week, though.
That was you? Oh, honey. You know, after President Truman dropped that bomb, we ain't had the same issues as before, so...
Yeah, that's why my daddy gone now. Took my daddy from me to go fight that war, but you know, even though my daddy gone to fight, my mama said she liked Truman. Said he for our people. If anybody gonna be for us anyway, and none of them really for us, but you know.
Yeah. So what you gonna do when you leave here?
Gonna go out west, I guess. I don't know. I want to start my own nursing home and help people.
Yeah. After school, I want to keep going to school. You know, learn more, be an educator. I heard we can get into this program and get a doctorate degree. This white lady named Karen says she can help us, but we can't tell all our friends. Just me and you she can help. But we got to meet her at Mama's job.
Okay. Yeah, I want my doctorate degree too.
Then let's do it.
You make it sound like it's so simple. You know folks ain't gonna let us get too big. Tired of treading this 40 acres and ain't got no mule yet.
Well, how badly do you want it? Myrtle is in her kitchen, cutting vegetables, dancing to the light, low-volume beats of hip-hop playing on her CD/MP3 player.
Daddy, I wish you could see me now. Yeah, I'm cutting my lettuce and my carrots. But you taught me how to snap them beans and wring them chicken necks for some good old eating. Ain't no more snapping necks today, Daddy. Look for some sales now. Over at Johnny's grocery store. Yes, I am. Sales on them old chicken legs and thighs. Oh, Lord.
Turn that old rap crap off. What you got going on in here?
Rap crap? Girl, don't you disrespect the thugger.
Did you have your garlic this morning, girl? I got it right here. If you need some.
Come up in here slanging your stuff now? The cops could be watching, you know, thinking you running a deal or something, some transactions. They don't know what they got up in them things in that jar. And why are you sounding so down in the dumps? What's with all that water paper you got going on there? Of course I had my garlic and my cod liver oil too. Ain't gonna be a good day without it, and you know this. Steady, hand me that water. I can't stand this old curl stuff. I mean, little teeny tiny cups of tea. I mean, that's some of that weed the kids smoke nowadays. Weed in a cup. I just want me some regular old hot water to pour over my fresh herbal tea. That's it. Don't need all this new stuff they got going on now. Oh, Cheerios. Don't you come up in here again with all of that coughing and stuff. Like my grandkids be saying. I ain't got time for that. You acting like Nixon did back then.
Nixon?
Mm.
What Nixon got to do with me coughing? Just coughing.
Means you fake.
Yeah, okay, Mert. Okay. All right. I've been sitting here thinking while you're running your mouth, and I just can't believe how this how the world done changed.
Change? Ooh, child. Yes, we have been through some times. I remember when Roosevelt was president. And that old Truman. Ooh, but I sure love me some Kennedy. But that old Nixon. Anyway, I did get a chance to vote, though. I voted, Daddy. I voted.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you doing with all that coughing now? Why are you looking so pale? You know, when black folk get pale, that mean they about to die or something. Oh, I'm just kidding, Sadie. But you okay though, honey?
You know, voting was something.
Mm-hmm.
You know that? Like, my daddy would be so proud to see that, you know, we made it to them voting polls. I voted too, Daddy. Yes, I did, Daddy. But the way of the world, you know, the way things are now, ain't no telling what this country gonna look like in 40 years.
Oh, Lord, I was surprised we had that old orange thing tearing up this place.
Orange? No, stop it. You stop that orange stuff. You know, some people would say that's racist.
Well, am I racist if they say we had a black president?
Come on.
Orange, black. What's the difference?
Different.
One is black, one is orange. Then racist, I shall be. All right. Let's go all the way in. If it's called a duck in this pond, it's gonna be a duck in that pond too. All these political double standard ideologies in this old country.
That's not right, and you know it. That ain't right.
What you mean? Now, some say Barack ain't black, but some want to break that on up because his daddy was African. So where do we draw the line there? Even with this beautiful VP we got, Miss Harris. Folk want to call her everything in the book but black. And we had Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton for president.
Yeah.
Folks didn't want them. They said they was too darn black. But black by their values, though, not by the color on this one. So where we draw the line? Oh, I'm tired of all this nitpicking on color. Come on. Oh, come on. Just joking now. The man tanned his skin. He tanning to be orange because he sure ain't tanning to be golden brown.
All right, man.
Oh, loosen up. I ain't said nothing wrong. You come up in here starting stuff with me.
I just sit, Mert, you know. I just sit and I think about my dad so much and the things that, you know, he went through and what we're going through. That's all. That's all I'm saying, Mert, you know. He made sure life was good for mama and all us kids, you know. And then to think, my daddy, the great theologian, Bishop John Pankin Booth, he was born a slave, you know, but daddy made it. And by daddy making it, it allowed us kids to make it too.
Mm-hmm. Well, we was all broke though. Not a red cent to our damn skin name. We ain't no theologians in my family. Just some old pimps and hoes.
No, it wasn't. Now you stop that. What is wrong with you today? There's a lot of love up in your house, Mert. I was there playing with y'all all the time. Coming by there.
Sadie, you okay with that call? That don't sound right. Look, I'm gonna just keep it real. You okay, honey?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine now. And if I ain't fine, I'm gonna be fine, okay? I mean, it's just small stuff. You know how they do it, them doctors just making up anything just to say you got something so you can pay their bills. It's just my lungs and my heart. I don't know. It's just swelling and stuff, they say, just, the fluid and stuff that they say is up in here. Just that
fluid? What you got that COVID? That
no, they didn't say that I had no COVID.
All right, well, you know how them folks treat us. They don't give us that good old medical attention like they do the other folk.
I know.
You stay on them, sis. Seriously. You keep an eye on that. Yeah. I remember Daddy saying about them white men. Don't talk to the white men or the married men. Because ain't no good come from either one of them.
Yeah, your daddy was just making sure nobody messed with his baby girl. That's all. And my mom. Oh, I miss that lady. Mama taught us. She taught us dignity.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she could, pass for a white woman, she never tried to be one. She never tried to be one. She was just proud. Mm-hmm. She was proud to be a black woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember my mama got that old job cleaning them folks' house on Plaintown Road. Mm-hmm. Mama said, no, you won't ever work under white people like that.
Yeah. Man, you remember them escorts?
Escorts?
Come on, man. I ain't talking about them kind of escorts, your nasty self.
What you talking about?
Daddy had them people walk with us. Mm-hmm. I remember that. And it was so that them folks wouldn't hurt us. You remember that? Mm-hmm. It was like 37, 30, something like that. We was in primary school. You was there. You remember that?
I remember.
I mean, it was escorts. All them people that was spitting on us, and it was throwing rocks and throwing pebbles at us and calling us every name in the book.
Yeah, I remember all that. That came with all that Jim Crow.
Cause before the Jim Crow, we could go anywhere and do anything we wanted to do.
What? Girl, you dreaming. You dreaming now.
Well, okay, it sounded good. But we can now, though. That old Jim Crow sure made a lot. All our lives are a lot different, I mean, you remember that drug store that we went to up in them Carolinas?
Yeah. Yes, I do. That old man saying, we ain't got to serve you color guys. We got the Jim Crow on our side. Jim Crow. Ooh, that Jim Crow and his old laws can get the crack of my big old...
Hey, stop like that up in here, girl. You could kiss it, though. What about those park signs? Do you remember them signs that they had out in the park? and them signs would read, "No Jews and no dogs allowed." Remember that? Jews and dogs. Ain't that something? They didn't even think enough about us Negro folk to even bother putting up a sign to say no colors allowed. Just Jew and dog.
Girl, we didn't have enough of them signs up. One less in the box didn't hurt me.
Yeah, but baby, the thing is, we didn't even matter. You know, we didn't matter. And ooh, those lynchings.
Lord have mercy. You don't hear that little phone ringing? Sadie, you don't hear that?
You know, Myrtle, both blacks and whites. Both blacks and whites were lynched.
Yeah. The whites were lynched for helping us. But why you ain't answer your phone?
You remember when we had that medical conference to tend to up east?
Yep.
I remember that. I remember plain as day. You asked that hotel attendant where the room was because we couldn't find it. It was a big building, and then you couldn't find it. And you just simply asked him where the room was.
He sent me to the men's restroom. You know, I never got over that. Not even after all these years. Woo. Ooh. What? Funny.
Oh man. I remember. Oh my goodness, man. I remember when we went down to that old spring for some fresh water. Oh man, we saw that divider. Remember that divider they just put up after the Jim Crow? And that divider said, "Whites only."
Yeah.
Whites only.
When no one was looking, I tell you, I reached across that old divider just like it wasn't even there, and dipped
water from that white side. Oh man, we had a good life. We had a good long life.
Girl, I ain't done living yet.
You remember when Chester Franklin wanted to date you? He wanted to court you, you know. Girl, I'm glad you got rid of him. Because one thing's for sure, we never had a husband to worry us to death. Well, man, come on, I never did. I never did, okay?
Not for yourself. I always kept me a man.
Well, it helped us to not drink or smoke, though. Okay, mother, I never did. But I mean, hey, I still chew me a little something.
I always hated them sticky sweet leaves. Ugh.
I know, it's a bad habit.
Oh, excuse me. Dipping snuff. Fleck of dirt.
Okay.
Well, My mama said you have a long life too if you can clean your plate.
Yeah, I don't think that's been a problem for you, Gritty Gut.
You weren't even that funny. Not even that funny. All that extra stuff. You know, I remember a little girl with syphilis. Nobody would touch her. I never turned away any needy patient in my career. No matter how poor or sick. I said, somebody has to help this little girl. So I did.
I do remember that. And it was at a time when Black women had little to no opportunities in life, too.
Well, let's not forget about you, my dear friend.
Okay. You know, those high schools, you know, they would boast and they brag about the fact that they did not hire colored folk. They didn't hire colored teachers. You see, they were conducting interviews for the teaching job, you know. But I knew once they saw me, because I'm colored, that they passed right by me and not even give me no chance. I didn't stand a chance. So you know what I did? I wrote him a letter instead. And I got my teaching appointment through the mail. And I showed up. Yeah, I showed them. I showed up the first day of school. Girl, you should have seen them folks' jaws drop when I walked in the room. When I walked in that door. Yeah. They left us colored folk out from all the teaching jobs. Had the audacity to say that our Southern accents wasn't good for the children. They tried to keep us out.
Tried? What'd you say? Tried? Tried?
That's right. I was the first appointed colored gal in the home economics department in that old high school up east.
Sadie, come on, let me help you. Come here.
I'm fine, man. I'm fine.
Sadie.
I'm fine, man.
Sadie, no, come on, let me help you. Come on.
Go answer your phone, man. Go answer your phone.
Sadie.
I'll be fine. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Sadie. Hello? Yes, this is Myrtle. How are you? Oh, okay. Yes, well, she's here. She's here. Do you want to wait? What'd you say? When? Oh, she ain't told me that. When was she supposed to do that? Yesterday. When? Oh, really? Well, no, she ain't say a word to me. She here though. She here. I can go get her. Sadie, come here. Okay. Wait a minute. What, you said she was supposed to check herself in for surgery? Well, what's it called? She didn't tell me that. She usually tell me everything. Why didn't she tell me that? Sadie, come on in here. No, I never knew about yesterday. Oh, she did. See, no, I would have brought her in yesterday, but I didn't know. Can we bring her now? What? So how much flood is going on in her heart? Wait, COVID? She got it? Oh, okay. So she just needs the test. For Delta? Okay, so testing and surgery. Okay. Okay, Sadie, baby, come on. Okay, I'm gonna bring her up there right now. But I can't stay, right? Okay, do I need to quarantine now? Okay, so when will she know if she got Delta? Huh. Okay. Because I don't move like I used to. I gotta get some food up in here before I quarantine. Okay, well we gonna head up there now, okay? Okay, bye. Sadie, come on now. Sadie. Oh Lord, Sadie. Oh no, Lord. No, Sadie, come on, get up, please. Sadie. Oh no, my Sadie, please.
Older Myrtle is seen walking through life, going to the grocery store, going to the bank, just going through life as a normal day, while her voice plays out during this monologue.
And just like that, I was alone. Just me in the world. Being a Black woman in these here United States ain't for the weak. You gotta be tough to be a Black woman. It's just how it goes. Because even when you do everything right, it's just not enough for some folk. Sadie say, you can be the brightest, smartest, most intelligent person in the room full of non-colored folk. And somehow they still gonna find a reason why you ain't good enough. Ooh, wait. Now, don't be educated now, too. They gonna expect you to be ignorant. Because being ignorant fits their image of us and helps the agenda, the narrative. I've been through it. When I tell you that, believe me. Because we Black women are never exalted, not entitled to the laws of protection. We cannot escape this punishment that is meant for us. Criminalized Black womanhood, subjected to the brutality, the exploitation, and the barring. We are subjected to the unlawful avenues made to apprehend us. If we, Black women, show our pain and suffrage, they say it's rage. You see, there's no safeguards when speaking of us, Black women. There are no securities for us, Black women. There is no justice for us. So we make our own circumstances and get the blame on us by the same legal system. Black Wall Street, the 4 little Black girls bombed in that church, Fannie Lou Hamer, Breonna Taylor, remember? Our Black womanhood is misjudged and tarnished by politics. Slavery was authorized and was protected, and we were raped. And our babies were taken from us, and we are blamed for it all. Hell, we didn't want your husbands. We fought, but no one helped us. Jamestown 1619, remember? Enslaved women, sexual exploitation gave y'all monetary incentives. Those laws against us were firmly in place. When we tried to fight back, we were faced with harsh sentences. When we fight back now, we are called the angry Black woman. If only angry we could be. Now, Our Black womanhood is now being colonized. Everything about us. Please, don't call us angry. Don't call us mad. But we have earned the rights to the crowns that we wear and the tears we shed.
Thank you so much. We hope that you enjoyed Sadie and Myrtle. And we do have this Sadie and Myrtle play in its complete form. This was just a condensed version, and we hope you enjoyed it. We hope that you got something from what we presented to you today. I'd like for you to meet the characters. The younger Sadie was played by Joe Keita. The young Myrtle was played by Medina Keita. The older Myrtle was played by Amber Lorene Trimble. And yours truly, I'm Valerie Yvette Peterson, who played the character of the older Sadie. And so we're all back here to take our bow. And this is what we presented to our festival today. We thank you for enjoying Sadie and Myrtle.